People, farmers, the Afrikaners, 49 of them, have finally landed in the great US of A. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Let's weigh the odds on both ends sides of the pendulum. Now, let's begin. So, let's first start with the lies, right? They said there's genocide in South Africa. White people are being persecuted. Is that true? AfriForum came out and they said, no, there is no white genocide. Okay. Then they came out and they said, there's racism happening in South Africa. Okay. How do you define racism? They said, because white people are being excluded from jobs. They are not finding employment because most of the jobs are being kept for black people. Okay. So if we look at the percentage of which white people are unemployed compared to which the majority of black people are unemployed, there's a big disparity, right? So if based on the fact that people are now leaving because they cannot give jobs, then surely America would also accept the majority unemployed black people that are not working, right? Okay. Every time there's like a crime that happens on a farm, right? The same white people that ran to Donald Trump complaining about the genocide, they don't tell Trump what the white farmers do to these black kids, to these black people, you know? Like the small boy that was run over by a tractor, the two ladies that were fed to the pigs, the in the I think it was the late 90s, I think, was it the early 2000s? There was a farmer who threw his farm worker into a lion's den. Do the Americans, do they know about these things? Or are these things hidden? So it's nice when you are reporting on other people, right? The faults of other people, but you don't report on your faults, your crimes. But it's okay to point fingers at other people, right? I always refer the South African issue to the Palestinian issue, right? Because it's all good and well that Israel, for example, will always point out terrorism from the Israeli side, from the Palestinian side. And yet, truth be told, Palestine doesn't pose a threat to Israel in a major way. Palestine is making homemade missiles for the most part, and those homemade missiles cause minimal damage at most. So even if a Palestinian missile lands on a house in Israel, it will damage that part of the house that it landed on. It very rarely do Palestinians manufacture missiles that actually destroy a complete neighborhood or flatten 2, 3, 4 buildings at a time because they don't have that capability. It's just not them, right? Okay, so that is out of the way. We cleared that, right? Why would they do this? So why would South Africa's white people go to America, spread lies about South Africa? So it's racism. So we understand there's racism, right? Okay. So the black people are racist towards the white South Africans. And I totally understand that they're racist. Okay. Have you come to South Africa? Do you know who is living the most lavish lifestyles in South Africa? Do you know which percentage of people are enjoying the fruits of the hard labor of other people? If you go to certain areas, to the high rise, the high class, the high society areas, who's there? If you look at top management in most, if not all companies, who's occupying those positions? So when a small minority says they are being discriminated against and there's this genocide, who specifically is combating this genocide to? Who? The average, the average black South African earns between 3,500 rand, 3,200 rand. Hell, let's promote it. Let's say 4,500 rand, right? The average white person earns. Oh my goodness. You can't even compare. You can't even compare a white person who doesn't even have a degree, so to speak. I mean, there's so many times where a white person gets into a business, right? And this person is fresh from school. And this person is trained to take the position of someone who's been in the company for 5 to 10 years. I mean, it's very rare where a white person, fresh out of school, not college, not university, school, fresh out of school, remains in that position for the rest of his life or just gets an upgrade to next level and no further than that. There are black people and colored people that have been in the same position, in the same company for eons. They'll tell you, I've been here for 25 years, I've been here for 30 years, and I've been sewing, I've been cleaning, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. Hell yeah, some even refuse the positions because they don't want responsibility. I get that. But if you come to South Africa, you find a white person scraping at the bottom of the barrel. You can count those people on your fingers. But if you come to South Africa and you see the amount of black and colored people scraping at the bottom of the barrel, it's unimaginable, right? And why is that so? Because of numbers. Okay. So now that we cleared that out of the way, that there's no white genocide, these people are simply moving to America because they saw an opportunity, because they were not working here. Majority of the people that are leaving are not farmers. I cannot see a farmer leaving his farm to go and become a refugee. I don't think so. I don't think the people that are going to America are even pilots, doctors. I don't see that. I cannot see. I cannot see a doctor, a physician. I cannot see rich white people living the lavish homes in Camps Bay, Bantry Bay, Sea Point, Constantia, Bishop's Court, going all the way to a refugee camp in America. I don't think so, bro. I really don't think so. But yeah, they are. So is it a good look or is it a bad look? Well, firstly, the Israeli syndrome. That's what it is, right? So they created this lie that they've been killed, they've been murdered, they've been genocided, right? And that's not even true. And for the most part, they are coming from well-off families. They're coming from upended, flourishing neighborhoods, and they chose to become refugees. That's what they're choosing. I mean, if you look at the definition of a refugee in the dictionary, these people do not suit that narrative. They do not fit that description. And another thing that makes this whole world, it's just bizarre. Donald Trump said America first, right? And Donald Trump said he's going to deport all non-American citizens. He's going to be deporting people who do not have citizenship and whatever the case may be. How do these people qualify for refugee status if there is no genocide happening, if there's no war happening? The majority of those people are people who were probably couldn't find work in South Africa, couldn't use their brains and think, okay, let me start a cleaning company, let me start a window washing company, something with low barrier. No, they decided no. So because they don't want to do these low paying jobs, right? Or these low esteemed jobs, they prefer to go to America, to white America, where it's white people, and they thinking that they're gonna get it all for free. Free housing, free everything. I don't think so. Maybe they could because they're white. But there's already black Americans and there's already white Americans who are not getting that. So I don't know if Elon Musk's people are going to be getting that. Maybe Elon Musk is going to help out, and that's why they're there. So Elon Musk, yeah, he's a billionaire after all. He can look after them. I mean, he's got a lifetime fortune, right? So if they go there and Elon Musk is possibly part of the welcoming committee, then obviously, they'll get free housing, they'll get free food, they'll get free. Man, hell, he'll even send them to the moon on holiday. You know what I mean? He's got a spaceship. He'll do all that. Do we want those Afrikaners to come back? The answer is a resounding no. Why? Because they sold us out. They told a lie. They did it for themselves. It's people that either couldn't get jobs, refused to start low budget companies, refused to start at the bottom, felt they're too good for a bottom of the barrel type jobs. So now they want an easy way out, hoping they go to America, get a free hand up. Obviously, they're going to get free handouts, obviously. And they chose that over life in South Africa. But I can guarantee you this, right? The grass is not always greener on the other side. So, as much as they made South Africa look bad, they made the Afrikaner nation look bad, they're making Africa look bad. But it's all good and well because when you're overseas, it's not the same as being in South Africa. And that they are going to see. The few South Africans who are in America, who are living large, who are doing big things, they will tell you it's not all work. It's not all play like it is in South Africa. In South Africa, you work Monday to Friday, Saturday and Sunday, you off. You you braai almost every weekend. You do this every week. Man, you chill on a weekend. There's so many public holidays in South Africa. You can't even keep up with the public holidays, right? When you go to America, it's not just a one job thing. It's work, 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 bills, 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 jobs, job, job. And trust me, it's not these air conditioned office jobs that you're thinking you're going to get over there, like what you had in South Africa. Oh no, it's not that. So normally, America only takes top notch people. But for some strange reason, Donald Trump has decided to take anything. As long as it's white, he'll take it. So, looking at it from a Donald Trump point of view, right? He's helping out fellow white people. Looking at it from an African point of view, what Donald Trump did is racist because Donald Trump deported Mexicans and Africans, non Europeans, right? Hell, even deported an Arab student on suspicion of being, I don't know, being tied to some terrorist groupings or something like that. Or is in the process of being deported or something to that effect. But I know he was arrested and on suspicion of. You see, what infuriates a lot of people, or what infuriated a lot of people, is the mere fact that the Afrikaner people claim that there was a genocide, right? America did their due diligence, and then their due diligence resulted in Donald Trump saying ugly things are happening in South Africa to the white people, to the Afrikaner people. When it was time to explain what those ugly things were zero, zero, zero. So why? Why? Why would you embarrass yourself like that? I mean, Donald Trump is siding with Israel, right? And now Donald Trump is realizing what Israel is putting America through. Donald Trump now realizes that he is fighting Israel's wars for them and not America's wars. What is America gaining by fighting Israel's wars? Right? That's one. Two, what is Donald Trump gaining by granting the Afrikaner people refugee status? Right? Is America going to gain by the sheer volume of Afrikaners that are going to come through? I mean, if he's taking doctors, scientists, lawyers, if he's taking rare, scarce skills people like Einstein's, then I'll try to understand his point of taking the white people, the Afrikaner people. But if he's just taking people that are going to become waiters, cleaners, they already have farmers. So what does America need more farmers? Does America need more cleaners? Or does America want to have more white waitresses? More white, I don't know, road maintenance people? Does America need more white? Okay, all the Mexicans that were deported, are these Afrikaners going to fill in those positions as laborers, construction workers, fishermen? Are they? No. So, what exactly are they going to be filling position wise in America? Some would say to me that, oh no, these people were farmers. I don't, I, people, for the life of me, I cannot see a South African farmer leaving South Africa, going to become a farmer in America. I cannot see it. I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm simply saying, why would a South African born person who knows, claims that South Africa is his land and is willing to fight for his land that his family has had for generations and is living off that same farm? He's making money, he's living comfortably, only for him to uproot his family, leave an entire legacy to go become a farmer in America, where it is not his land. As we speak now, white Americans, black Americans, Latino Americans, and every other type of Americans are up in arms about the white importation of Africans, white Africans, to America. And there's no reason, there is no justification for that. There isn't. Because one, there is no genocide in South Africa. Two, they cannot claim racism. They can't. They created racism. They engineered apartheid. They introduced social engineering. They were the ones. So when they were doing it, it was fine. They had it running for 40 years. So when the South African government, now implements laws to try and correct the imbalances, it's now viewed as racism. It's now viewed as a genocide. It's now viewed as horrific, an atrocity, as atrocious. Why? Why? So, people, let me know what you think on this topic. Was I on the money or did I totally miss it with this one? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Holla.